So you need to brace yourself, and you need to brace now, because according to reports, this is going to break millions and millions of Americans. And all this stuff is happening at the worst possible time. But I'm going to break down what is going on, how it's going to impact your wallet, and why your personal finances are at risk. So make sure you stick around for this entire video, and also share this video with your friends and family over on Facebook so they too know exactly what is going on. All I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So why are experts telling us to brace now? Well, it has to do with rising gas prices. Just look at this. This is an article from Bloomberg, and it says the odds of $100 oil are rising as supply shocks convulse the market. That is concerning. But the real reason why it's concerning is because the last time we saw oil prices at $100 per barrel, well, what were gas prices? What was inflation? Right? That's the real question. And that's what I want to go through today. Just look at this. This is the last time. Okay, this is a historical chart of per barrel oil prices. Okay, so you can see right now, this is April 2024, and this says it's $86.91. Okay, now the month isn't over, but again, that's where it's at. If we go back to September 2023, it's $91.52. Still not $100. We would have to go all the way back right here to July 2022. But do you know when we had the highest gas prices on record? Well, it was, and let me show you this, it was on June 14th, 2022. That's when we saw the highest gas prices on record. The national average in the United States was $5.01. At that time, people were having to work extra hours at their job in order just to get there because gas prices were so expensive. I remember some people were telling me back then that they were trying to carpool to work in order to save money on gas. Others would call in sick if they could not get to work by a carpool. Because if they had to drive their own car, potentially an hour or more to get to work, well, as they put it, it wasn't worth it. So they didn't go. The economy was, again, struggling back then because prices were just going sky high. Eggs expensive, ham expensive, beef expensive, right? Cars expensive, houses expensive. Well, guess what? Prices are not looking much better at this time unless you are a used car. Used cars are coming down. They're about to plummet. But here's the real concern. It does not look like the Fed is going to cut rates. And I want to show you this. This is an article from CNBC's Mad Money where Jim Cramer says the economy is strong, so don't hold your breath for the Fed rate cut. Here's what I can tell you. Right now that the rates are what they are, the expectation is that we may not see the Federal Reserve cut rates. Because why would they? If we are currently seeing gas prices are potentially going to go up to $100 per barrel, we are seeing inflation, and I'll show you the chart again just so you have an idea. Here it is. Okay, here's inflation right here. We have it was 3.1% in January, 3.2% in February, and then in just 2 days on April 10th, we are going to get the March inflation report. If this comes higher, potentially 3.4 to 3.5%, well, that's scary because now we're going up. And if we see inflation's going up, the last thing that the Federal Reserve can do is cut rates and push them down. Because by pushing rates down, we will see additional spending. This means credit card spending, this means more car purchases, more home purchases, and that right there would crush the US if we see inflation start to go back up. Because again, the Federal Reserve wants it to be at just 2%. Well, we're a little ways away from that. We're at 3.2% today. That could get worse. But I want to show you this. Because what does it mean when gas prices continue to rise? Well, this is according to Google. Okay, let me show you this really quick. It says rising gas prices can negatively affect the economy in many ways, including transportation. Higher gas prices can impact surface transportation such as highway commutes, travel behavior, and the demand for fuel-efficient cars. One of the things that we've seen lately is Tesla prices have been dropping. They've been plummeting. You see EVs are less expensive today. Hybrids, again, less expensive. There's more demand for hybrid and electric vehicle cars when gas prices go up. When gas prices are down, nobody cares. Nobody cares about gas prices when they're $3 to $3.25 a gallon. But when they're $4 to $5, oh, everybody is worried about gas prices. So we will see buyer behavior really change at that point. It also says consumer spending. When gas prices increase, households may spend more on discretionary items, such as airline tickets. For example, doubling the price of gas to $4 per gallon would double the proportion of wage income spent on gas. This is something that I've talked about before, where I've had the opportunity to drive down to, and I live in Washington State, so if I wanted to drive like 18 hours to Las Vegas, I could have, but it was so much cheaper just to jump on a plane at the airport here in Seattle, jump on even a Spirit Airlines or Frontier. Again, not the greatest airlines, but it works for like $150 for a round trip ticket for one person. You can't beat that, especially when gas prices continue to go up. So for me, I'd rather just jump on a plane. It may be 2 hours in a cramped seat, but again, it's just 2 hours and it's $150. That's it. So again, consumer spending will change. Here's another one. Business costs. Gas is an important input for transportation, which directly impacts households as they drive, but also businesses that rely on logistics and transportation chains around the globe. Businesses are going to feel the effects. Businesses are already pushing wages up because they have to, especially in places like California, where they are now having to compete with a $20 minimum wage for fast food workers. That's troubling because now we are seeing some people are wanting to leave to go work at McDonald's. I have a friend that his son decided to leave a dental office as a receptionist in order to go work at McDonald's because he was going to get about $3 more per hour. In an 8-hour day, $24 per day, I guess. All right, go work at McDonald's, get some free or cheaper food. Yeah, it works. Here's another one, and this is the real concern, is inflation. It says high gas prices can push up inflation. Because again, transportation costs go up, consumer spending on other things goes up, right? Housing goes, it's more expensive, especially for building, because now you have to get all the material to the job site. You gotta get all the material from, let's say, the wood from Canada to the United States to the job site. It costs more money. Again, I want to show you this one more time. Okay, look at this. This is when we saw gas price at $100. The last time it went from February 2022, and we stayed all the way above there. We peaked in May of 2022 at $121 a barrel, but then we came out of it at the end of July, where it was $103.26. That was July 2022. Okay, you see right here in December 2023, we've slowly been, that was kind of our bottom in the past 6 months, other than May of 2023, but kind of see we've been on a steady uptrend right here. That's concerning, but just wanted to fill you on what's going on, because one of the things experts are telling us is to brace now for higher prices. This is not just on gas. This is on everything across the board. And again, in just 2 days, on Wednesday, we're going to have the new CPI report. I promise. I will bring you that update. I'll explain exactly what is going on and why we should or shouldn't be concerned moving forward. So that is what we know as of today. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all the latest news and updates. But that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.